Hey guys, Andrew Stroud here at the sideboard. I'm sitting here with Alex Ledbetter. How's it going, man?
It's going good.
Cool. Alex is 5-0 with an Aluren combo deck. It's not something that we often see here at the Open Series, but it's something people have known about, but it's really exciting to see it get out to such a strong start. So tell me a little about this deck.
So this is a combo deck. It's basically a two-piece combo. It revolves around the card Aluren. So Aluren lets you play creatures that cost 3 or less. It's both players can play creatures that cost 3 or less for free anytime you can play an instant.
Okay.
Okay.
So once you have that in play, the whole point of the deck is to get Aluren in play.
Yeah, exactly.
And what happens once you get Aluren in play?
So it's a 2-card combo with Imperial Recruiter.
Okay.
So Imperial Recruiter basically can search for what you need to win, which is eventually this Cavern Harpy Parasitic Strix.
Okay. So the end game, I guess, of this combo is to cast Parasitic Strix, drain your opponent for 2, and then cast Cavern Harpy, bounce the Parasitic Strix, and then just do that over and over because your spells are free.
That's right.
Okay. And the core of the deck, creature-wise, is the 4 Imperial Recruiter, which lets you go find those.
Yep.
And then in addition to that, your deck is full of other creatures that cost 3 or less.
Right.
And then those all kind of support that basic strategy?
That's right. So it's got the Bug Shell, which they're all good on their own in Legacy.
Sure.
Obviously, there's a deck that revolves around just the bug cards.
Yeah, we're talking about Deathrite Shaman, Shardless Agent, Baleful Strix, cards that definitely see play just because they're good value.
Right, and then we got some random 3 casting cost cards that just kind of make it so the combo doesn't get interrupted. So, and that's the Alchemist and the Eternal.
Okay. So Draxus Alchemist is a card that lets you bounce other creatures. Can you bounce your own creatures with that? Or
you can bounce your own creatures. It requires a blue permanent to be in play, but you can also bounce like Thalia or whatever you need. Bounce your own Aluren if they try and kill it.
Okay.
For example.
All right, and you have Eternal Witness to get back your missing.
That way, if
pieces.
you happen to lose one of these guys, you can still
one of the Parasitic Strixes, because you have only one each of the two pieces that you need, and so you have the Eternal Witness to get those back. Yep. Okay, so your deck mostly creatures, mostly combo pieces. You have some spells; they're reasonably self-explanatory. You have 4 Brainstorms, 3 Intuitions. Those are basically just there to help you find the Aluren.
Exactly. Yeah.
You have 4 Therapy, 3 Thoughtseize. Those obviously there to protect your Aluren. 4 Cabal Therapy is a card that is good just as a discard spell. It's particularly good here because of the creatures.
Right, exactly. The Baleful Strix and Shardless Agent, they're like, you're already getting card advantage off them, so it feels good to
once they're there, you've already gotten your value,
right,
and they're also half of a therapy.
Exactly, and with the Intuition, you can always Intuition for 3 Cabal Therapies, which is a lot of value.
Okay, cool. I'm going to talk about the sideboard real quick. Now, this deck is complicated, so I'm basically just going to run through the whole sideboard and ask you to explain what each card is there for. You have 3 Abrupt Decay.
So Abrupt Decay is primarily for counterbalance. Also comes in against Delver, just to slow down their clock, because you'll win the long game. Because there's also the basics, so it has a lot of basics.
Oh, sure.
So you can because of that, if you get to like 5-6 mana, you're gonna win. So just slow them down.
Just there to buy time. All right. You have 3 Toxic Deluge.
Now that's for the fair creature decks. Death and Taxes, Goblins, Merfolk. Elves.
Sure. Just to buy time against decks that are going to try and swarm the board. All right, that makes sense. 2 Carpet of Flowers.
So decks that deny your mana, it's really, really good.
Okay.
Especially for this deck, which is all around a 4-mana enchantment. It's really strong.
That makes sense. Okay, this is to fight through decks that have things like Spell Pierce and Daze.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. 3 Force of Will. You have no counter spells in the main, but we have 3 Force on the board.
So Force comes in against Reanimator and then the combo decks, like the all-in combo decks. Basically, Sneak and Show. So if the discard is either not good enough or not, discard will win the grindy game.
I see.
But if they're going to try and win quick, then you need the Force of Will.
Okay, so Force of Will not there to protect your combo.
It's
there
to slow them down.
To stop people from comboing against you.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotcha. Okay. A couple of one-ofs. You have the 4th Thoughtseize and the 4th Intuition.
Right. So those are just self-explanatory.
Sure.
They're to
kind of shore up the places where they would be.
Yeah. Sometimes against fast combo decks that don't have counter spells, you just want to combo faster. Right?
Okay, that makes sense. And then we have 2 one-of creatures. You have 1 Harmonic Sliver.
So the Harmonic Sliver is kind of similar to the Draxus Alchemist in that it gets rid of problem permanents. It's okay.
Sure. The last one of this one I think is really interesting. Peacekeeper, not a card on a lot of people's radars.
So this is actually a layover from Martin's old deck. So he previously did well on the Star City.
Martin and Goldman Cursed.
Sure. And it basically is really good against elves.
Okay.
Basically, a lot of decks, a fair number of decks, a few can't win with this in
Sure.
play.
They don't see it coming.
So,
they think they're playing against a combo deck. It turns
yeah,
out they're playing
like
against
Dredge.
a moat deck.
Yeah, Dredge can't
Okay.
win. Like, there's a fair number of decks where it's just like they can't beat
Sure.
it, and we don't need to attack. So
Oh, well, that makes sense. Okay, you start at 5-0.
5-0,
Right?
yeah.
So we are within sniffing distance, I guess, to top it. You need to win 2 more rounds?
2 more in a row, yeah.
2 more? Cool. Well, I'll be rooting for you. Thanks for sitting down with me, man.
Yep. Thanks.
Stick around. We got plenty more coverage of Legacy here in Seattle.